Hello and welcome. My box, bolster, or blanket. And just feel easy. Let go of expectations. Let's make this really free and fun. So, Firehawk is the theme of this flow, which is essentially the inspiration that brings me to a yoga mat. I was craving an energy practice that would match what I was learning about this awesome control and power we have over our life force energy and how that is given out and how it is preserved. So the fire is the element, the hawk is the symbol. Fire is light, warmth, and it is also a catalyst for transformation. So don't be surprised if it gives power to the other elements within you. The hawk is a symbol that represents flight, sight, drive, focus, and success. So may those come to you in this practice, or maybe we build on them here and integrate them with the elements so that we have a greater sense of balance, wellness, and health all around. The flow part of this practice does not mean fast. We're actually going to move with some postures we might be familiar with just a little more slowly so that we have a full awareness of what energy is being shifted and so that we can enjoy it completely. Let us begin now with focus on the breath. So just in and out through the nose, lips gently closed. You might bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth and just let the other muscles around the face relax. Eyes might be closed. Grounding down into your seat, letting gravity work for you and not against you. Then the hands might stay where they are, or if you wish, bring them palm to palm in front of the heart or somewhere on the body. To move your intention from the brain into the rest of you, one that you might be bringing with you for your own practice or a part or aspect of our theme that resonates with you. Fire, hawk, or the flow of your vital energy. And we'll take a deep breath in that fills the abdomen. And navel might stretch out as you breathe out. Navel moves easily back in towards spine. You can add a little more effort if you want a greater stretch to explore the space here in you to bring breath in. What else it might be holding that you want to release out energetically. And on your next inhale, continue moving into space around navel, but let it flow up into the ribs, just to the sternum, and flow back down and out. Next inhale, moves into abdomen, ribs, and makes its way up into space of the lungs and around the heart. And continue noting these three places within the upper body as you envision your feminine energy moving up with your inhale along the front of the body. And the exhale, your masculine energy matching and meeting the feminine as it flows down the back of your body, connecting at the beginning and end of each breath. And then moving into a 4-part breath as long as it is comfortable. So your inhale is the first part. The second part is very gently pausing with the breath at the top as you're full of air. And the breath out is the third part. Fourth is, again, a pause once you realize all the air has left at the end of your exhale. Try to resist any temptation to actually hold the breath in these void spaces between inhale and exhale. Just enough time there to explore and know yourself there better. This time we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and pause at the top as you open your mouth wide and then sigh that breath out through the mouth. You might feel or hear the places of space for breath in the windpipe, back of the throat, and mouth. And then returning breath to in and out through the nostrils. This place, again, holding your intention, feeling it inside as well as around you. And slowly opening your eyes. And we're going to uncross the legs so that we can cross them the opposite way. And use your hands if you wish to adjust the flesh of your seat so that you have more space for the upper body, the spine, to reach down from root into earth and from crown up into air. Good. Then we're going to bring right hand down to the floor. Bring your left arm out to the side and up overhead, right next to ear. As you inhale, give a nice reach and then relax your right shoulder as you bend that elbow and reach over that side, keeping both sides of your seat grounded. Inhale and extend all the way back up. The exhale brings that hand slowly down around to floor. Inhale, opposite arm up. The exhale might drop the shoulder down a little. Inhale and reach open through the side and relax your left shoulder down as you bend elbow and arch over this side. Inhale, extend back up. Bring that arm down with your exhale slowly. Then the hands come out to each side, fingertip of the middle finger just touching. Rotate shoulders so palms face forward and up out in front. Inhale, reach up, bringing that energy around you in a circle. Back of the palms face. Breathe out and slowly move the hands back down. Again, turn palms up. Inhale, bring them up overhead. Just with hands over shoulder, back of the palms face. Exhale, slowly push and reach, bringing them back down. Then making your way onto hands and knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide, stacking shoulders over the wrists and aligning hips over your knees. You're on the tops of the feet. Let them relax down. As you inhale from a neutral spine, you're going to arch and move chest, heart, face up and out in front. Exhale, round chin to chest. This is cat cow. Inhale and arch, pressing into heel of the palm. Exhale, round chin to chest. Inhale one more time, arch and look out in front of you. And then exhale, chin to chest, hips back towards seat, arms out in front, forehead to mat in child pose. Notice your breath here, the contraction or limited space that you have for the abdomen as you continue expanding it out full. Navel towards spine as you exhale. Maybe the seat moves closer towards the feet as you relax here. And then inhale, press up to hands and knees. Curl the toes underneath, and then press your way up into plank pose. Find the shape that you want here, the stability, and invite in that strength. Coming down back onto the knees and tops of the feet, arch the back, look out in front of you. Exhale, chin to chest, child pose. You're going to come right back up to hands and knees, curl toes under, and again, lift up into plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. From here, hips all the way up into downward facing dog. And bring the feet, maybe walk them in a little bit, maybe walk them out. Keep hands spread, elbows straight. Breathe. Now roll forward into plank pose, down back onto the knees and tops of the feet, back into child pose. On your next inhale, lift head back up, come back up to hands and knees, curl toes under, return to plank pose. Pause with the posture, don't hold the breath. Inhale, lift hips all the way up, down dog. Again, adjust the feet as necessary. Find the breath, stillness in body and mind here. Then we're going to walk the feet up. Little steps in between hands at top of the mat. Let the arms dangle. Let yourself feel the weight of your head here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Spread the feet. As you breathe in, you're going to roll up into standing. So keep the arms nice and loose. Chin to chest stays there until you bring shoulders up and stacked over all of your other joints. Relax shoulders down, looking straight ahead. You might bend the knees here a little bit just to find your balance and your breath. Now, as you inhale, you're going to straighten the legs, bring arms out to your side and up overhead. And keep the hands, wrists right over the shoulders. Take a breath in. Find length through both of your sides, from foot to hand, shoulders away from ears, lowest rib drawn in, and energy moving up through the insides of your legs, the center of you, all the way up through top of the head. Then breathe in. As you breathe out, arms come out to the side and back down next to your thighs. Inhale, right back up overhead with the hands over shoulders, back to this mountain pose. This time, you might challenge yourself by rising up onto the toes of both feet. Spread those toes, press into the balls of the feet, feel that width, and then breathe in. Next exhale, come down back onto the feet. Slowly, piece by piece, return the arms back down beside you. You might shake that out. Still at the front of your mat, inhale, arms back out to the side and up overhead. This time the palms touch. Take a breath in and move your eyes to look up in between hands. Without arching any other part of your back, let the head and neck go back behind you. Inhale, ears come back up in between the arms. Back of the palms face, and as you breathe out, move them out to the side in a swan dive down into your fold. Take a breath in, exhale out. As you inhale, half lift, and then exhale, palms flat to ground. You can walk, slide, or lift that left leg back. Toe comes down into your lunge. Front knee over the front ankle. Breathe in and breathe out. Palms flat. Step that front foot back to meet the other foot in plank pose. And take a breath in. Exhale out. Hips come all the way up now into downward facing dog or pyramid. This time you're going to walk the dog in this position, meaning bending one knee as you straighten the opposite leg and then switching. Just walking in place here and then pausing with heels as close to the ground as you can. And then taking steps with your feet up. Again, fold at the top of your mat. Hang out, deep breath in and out. Reverse swan dive, arms out to the side as you straighten back up into your standing position, palms overhead. Inhale and look up. Extend, exhale, head and neck go back. Inhale, ears between the arms. Swan dive again. Exhale back down into your fold. This time we'll inhale right up into the half lift and exhale, palms flat. Again, take that right foot back, toes behind you into your lunge. Breathe in, breathe out, palms flat. Step that front foot back, either using your knees or right back into plank pose. Again, meeting your breath here. Inhale, hips all the way up, down dog. Feet come flat first. Then inhale, raise up onto the toes of both feet, heels as high as you can. On your breath out, slow and easily, bringing them back down close to the mat. Inhale, lift up onto toes. And then exhale, heels flat. Pause. Breathe. And then walk your way, feet up in between the hands. Your inhale. Arms out to the side as you straighten back up, standing, palms overhead this time. As you breathe out, hands come down in front of the heart. Meeting your stability here, your sense of balance, courage, direction. Inhale now, press the palms together, lift them up overhead, bring the eyes up. This time, you're going to shift the hips forward and bring the arms back as you arch the back. Inhale and straighten everything back up. Exhale, bend elbows, hands back in front of the heart. Breathe in now as you press the hands together and bring them out in front of you, shoulder height. Then shift the hips back as you move ears between the arms into this L shape. Then next exhale, release back down into your fold. Palms flat, bend your knees if you have to, and bend your left knee. Then straighten this leg all the way out into the air behind you, high. Bend your front knee to release the toes of that foot down into your lunge. Take a breath in, look out in front of you, feel length from heel to crown. Exhale this knee softly down onto the mat, coming onto top of the foot. Press into fingers to lift chest up off thigh, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press back up, and then bring hands to the flesh above the knee. Draw the lowest rib in so shoulders are stacked over hip. Inhale and lift energy up front of you through the face as you look up. Exhale, you can press with hands against that flesh to help you ease back into a bend. Breathe in, straightening everything back up. Arms come palm to palm up overhead. Back of the palms face. Exhale them out to the sides. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, palms face out in front of you as you twist over your left side. Breathe in. As you exhale, relax shoulders and look out over your hand in front of you. Inhale, twist head back to middle. And exhale, look over the hand behind. Inhale, arms come all the way up overhead as you face forward. Palms come down in front of the heart. Then push the palms to face out in front of you. Exhale them down to the ground. Right hand stays outside the right foot. Inhale, left arm out to your side and up overhead. Very gentle twist. Look at your hand up in the air as you breathe in and reach. Exhale, then down, back to where you were on the mat. Instead, slide that hand close to the inside of your right front foot. Other side, inhale, right arm out and up overhead. Breathe out, relax shoulders. Inhale, reach, looking at your hand. Exhale, that hand comes down. Now, curl the toe of the foot behind. You're going to inhale and lift that knee up off the ground. Bring that foot flat at a little bit of an angle, pressing into the outside of the foot, keeping hips and upper body and face engaged towards the front of you. Reach arms out in front, and then as you inhale, lift up overhead into warrior one. Take a breath in, extend up from arms, exhale, relax shoulders down. One more breath in, another reach, and bring arms out to the side and back down to the mat as you exhale. Curl the toe of the foot behind you, step back into plank pose. Breathe in, exhale, knees down, follow with the chest and the chin and slide through. Tops of the feet touch ground. Inhale, lift up into a baby cobra, especially if it's your first of the day. Exhale, release back down. Curl your toes, press up into plank. Use your knees if you wish. Then hips all the way up into downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale now up onto toes. Exhale down slowly, keeping arms straight, bending knees, touching mat. Come on the tops of the feet and back into child pose. Your next breath, lift the head as you inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows out to your side, lower the chest down to mat, slide all the way through, and find a second cobra, maybe a different variation. And exhale, release back down. Curl toes, make your way back into plank pose. And then inhale, hips up, down dog, and with your breath. Now, breathe in. You're going to step your left foot up in between the hands, finding lunge, right leg straight back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly releasing that back knee to mat and top of the foot. Up onto the fingertips. As you lift upper body, find the length. Exhale, then release chest onto thigh. Inhale, back up, raising all the way up with the upper body, hands to flesh above the knee. Inhale, aligned as you lift front of the body through face up. And exhale, relax shoulders back to find the bend. Inhale, everything comes back up, and hands come to heart. Breathe in, send them up overhead. Back of the palms face, exhale them out to the sides, just like wings. Breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to face over your right side. Palms will now face out. Inhale, and as you breathe out, twist your head to look over your hand in front of you. Inhale, back over the center with the eyes and face. Exhale, look over your hand behind you. Inhale, as you twist back to face forward, arms come up overhead, palms meet. Exhale them down in front of the chest. Then open palms out in front of you as you push forward. Exhale, release them to the ground. Left hand to the outside of the left foot. Inhale, right arm out to your side. Follow with the eyes as you bring it up overhead. Your next inhale is a little bit more of a reach up to the sky, and exhale, hand back down. Bringing it to the inside of your front foot. Inhale, left arm out to side, up overhead. The inhale again is a reach, and the exhale floats this hand down. Palms flat, curled toe, that back foot behind you. Inhale and lift up into the higher lunge, and then bringing that back foot flat. Look out in front of you, bring arms in that direction, and inhale, rise up with upper body into warrior one. Finding and keeping your center, and inhale is a reach, extension, out, exhale, out and down to your sides with hands next to front foot. Curl on the toe of that foot behind you. Step front foot back to meet the other in plank. You might just come into child pose or go for bringing knees, chest, chin, or your own variation down to mat, sliding through. Inhale, arch up into your cobra pose. This time we're going to hold the position. So breathe in, relax your seat, hips, exhale down. Curl toes under, inhale, press up to plank, and then finding your way, hips all the way up into downward facing dog. Finding stillness, feeling that. And then we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Breathe in, breathe out. Extend the arms out so ears are between them, palms next to each other, touching. As you inhale, rise up back through that L shape with arms out in front, and then all the way up overhead. Take your eyes to look up to the hands, shift the hips forward, and exhale, release back into that bend, bringing arms overhead. Inhale, straighten everything back up. Palms meet in front of the heart. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're just going to let the hands stay connected as long as you can as you bring them down in front of you and then eventually out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let that out. Now, you're back towards the front of a mat. So if you want to walk up to that edge or start here, just turning around. You're going to walk over to the right side of your mat so that you have the width of one of your feet, that much space still on that right side. Okay, so not all the way over to the very edge of your mat. Breathe in, breathe out, and settle down into the feet. You're going to make an adjustment that no one else can see, pressing your weight mainly into your left foot and left side, and then bringing your hands into very gentle fists. But then extend from shoulder down through the length of this arm, press into left foot. As you inhale, lift your right leg straight up out in front of you with foot flexed. Exhale, cross this leg and foot in front and over to the outside of your left foot. Bring now your arms out to side and up overhead as you inhale. Exhale, swan dive into a fold down with your legs crossed. Breathe in, half lift here. Exhale, hands come to the ground, enough to straighten this left leg back behind you, bend the front knee, and come into lunge on this side. Now, foot stays on the toe behind you. You're going to inhale and straighten this front leg and fold the chest in a fold over. And then inhale. Your next exhale, you might focus on settling that heel behind you a little bit closer to the ground. As you inhale, rebend this front knee and come onto flat foot behind. Right hand stays to the outside of that right foot. Inhale your left arm straight out in front of you. Then breathe in again, pinwheel it open up overhead as you lift upper body, shoulders over hips into warrior two. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Maybe you can settle a little bit deeper. Then relax the back hand to the back of that thigh of the extended leg. Turn front palm up. As you inhale, lift it up overhead, follow with your eyes. And exhale, maybe you slide that back hand down the back of the leg and bring that right arm up overhead and behind. Open through right side. Inhale, everything comes back until you return to warrior two. Then the back hand comes all the way up overhead again, around hands next to the foot in front. Curl onto the toe of the foot behind you. Right hand flat or on fingers next to the outside of right foot. Remember, stay on the toe back there. You're going to inhale, left arm out to your side and follow with eyes up overhead. Breathe in and reach. Exhale this hand back down. Comes close to the inside of front foot. Inhale, right arm out to the side and up overhead. If you want a little more challenge, bring that arm, fingers down to point out directly behind you. Even deeper, if you wish, you can roll to the outside of your left foot. Breathe in, let's meet back up, coming around and back into this lunge, toes curled under behind. Now, you're going to lift up the upper body, bring hands together in front of your heart. Keep the front knee bent and slide the back leg up. Remember, this is a practice, so take it nice and slow until you can lift the back foot up off the ground into warrior three. You can keep hands on the ground if you wish, or on a block. Then release hands down wherever you are and give a nice stretch and reach of that back leg into a standing split. And if you want to, stay there or return foot to ground or practice half moon pose. Right hand stays on ground, left toes point out to your left side. Draw left hand out to your side. And then maybe reach it up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale everything. Hands back down first. Find that split again. And then exhale. Bring the foot back down next to the other. Breathe in your relaxed fold here. In and out through the nose. Good. Then we're going to slowly roll back up into standing. Full breaths in, completely released out. So same thing for the other side. You're going to take a walk over to the left side of your mat. Hands come into easy fists. You're going to inhale and straighten up, weight into the right foot, and the next breath in, lift left leg up, out in front of you, foot flexed, cross this foot in front and over. Breathe in, release hands, they come out to side and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Fold with legs crossed. Breathe in, half lift. And exhale, hands come as flat as possible to the ground so that we can slide or bring that right leg back, bending front knee into lunge. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Now, you're going to keep on the toes of the back foot as you straighten the front leg. Exhale, take that fold. It might not feel or look like that much of a difference. Breathe in. Exhale out. Your next inhale rebends this front knee, and you can adjust the back foot flat to the mat. Remember to press into the outside. Now, warrior two. Left hand stays on the ground, right out in front of you. Then lifting it around in a circle as you come up with shoulders over hips. You're looking out over the front hand. Take a deep inhale in as you twist head over your heart or center. And exhale, look over the hand behind you. Breathe in, head twist back to center. Exhale, look over the arm in front. Now, relax the right hand to the back of that extended leg. Left palm turns up. Breathe in, bring it up overhead. And again, you can open as much or as little as you want through the left side, guiding with that left hand, reaching up, over, and back. Breathe in, everything comes back up into warrior two. Inhale now, back arm comes around right by that ear to meet the mat, and you're going to curl back onto the toe of the foot behind you. Left hand to outside of left foot. First, we're going to inhale, right arm out to the side and up overhead. That inhale that follows is another reach. Exhale it back down. Bring it right to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, left arm out to the side and up overhead. Again, you choose if you stay here or bring that arm parallel to ground, fingers extended towards foot, and maybe roll on to the outside of that right foot. Press into hand on ground and toes roll back up. Exhale this arm back down next to the foot in front of you. Now, mind the bend in the front knee to help you. Maybe you use your block up at the top of your mat for the pose coming up. Our warrior three practice starts hands in front of heart. Again, I'm taking it very slow, even noticing where I wobble to build that strength and then lift that foot off the ground. minding my lines. So staying focused on extension from toe behind to top of the head. I breathe out and bring hands back down to ground. I'm going to lift that leg a little bit higher, and you can stay practicing the standing split, or you can press left hand to floor. Take your time finding where that needs to be for balance. Turning toe of the right foot over to the right. Inhale, I release that hand out to the side, maybe all the way up overhead. Breathe in. And then exhale this hand back down. Find that standing split one more time. And then release this foot down next to the other in my fold. Relax knuckles, top of the head. Arms come out, palm to palm in front of me, ears between them. Inhale, lift halfway up. Extend and reach that L shape. Inhale, then arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands down in front of my heart. Take that energy from this space in the hands as you bring them all the way up overhead with the eyes. Shift the hips forward and meet your arch. Breathe in, everything straightens back up. Exhale, palms down in front of heart. And close with a breath in. And that exhale that brings hands still together down in front of the body until they are out to your sides. Good. Now, you are going to turn back around from the top of your mat or wherever you were, so that we're at the back of the mat. Inhale and float the hands just in front of the legs. Palms will face thighs, chin to chest, and roll down very slowly into your fold. Then you might press up onto fingertips to raise up onto the toes and practice bringing your seat down to your heels in a squat. Then choose your own way to come onto your hands and knees. From here, you might bring the hands back and look at your knees with toes curled under until they reach the ground. You might use your hands to adjust here. Take a breath in, drop shoulders as you raise the hands up to shoulder height. Exhale the palms onto thighs. Maybe close your eyes here. We want shoulders right over the hips, so if you need to adjust or put something underneath your seat or between feet and seat, go ahead. Then breathe in, float the arms straight up out in front. Exhale those palms down to the ground, walking them forward to hands and knees to bring up the toes and work out any tightness. Bring that circulation back in, coming back down onto the top of the feet. Inhale, look out in front. Exhale, settle seat back towards the feet. Maybe walk your hands alongside of you. Breathe in, relax shoulders, lift wrists. Exhale, float palms onto the thighs. Again, notice breath and connection between upper body and lower body. Then breathe in and float those arms straight up out in front. We're going to exhale the hands down to the floor. Walk the hands out into child pose. And you may choose any variation you wish with the arms. Maybe even a spread between the knees can allow that energy of front of body to relax between them. And take a deep inhale. Complete release with your exhale. Now from here, stay in child pose or move into rabbit pose. This is rolling onto the top of the head, drawing the head back as close as you can to the knees, and bringing hips over the knees. The arms extend back. They might hold on to the feet or rest next to them. A reach with the arms increases the intensity. Again, you can always return to child. If you want to move from here, you can go into a headstand if that's part of your practice, wrapping hands to create a wall behind the head, or hands grounded, creating a tripod shape. 2 hands and your head, the top point. Otherwise, we're back in child pose, again, resting completely, meeting ourselves with the mat. Take your time, maybe a little bit of rock with the hips from side to side, or you might walk both hands out to the left. If that side stretch felt good in the practice, now bringing it down to a more cooler temperature and pace. Great. Wherever you are, let us meet back here in child pose. For a deep breath in, let's sigh this next breath out. Then spreading hands, pressing yourself back up to the hands and knees position, making your way onto your seat. First, soles of the feet together, holding on to the feet with your hands or at the ankles. Feel free to flap your butterfly wings or rock side to side. Then at center, take a deep inhale in. As you breathe out, drop the shoulders. Let the elbows maybe slide against the thighs out towards the knees as you lower the upper body into a fold. Don't forget to let the head's weight release. And then if you don't need to hold the hand with the hands around the feet anymore, you might extend the arms out to touch the floor in front of you. Deep breath in. Exhale that out. And then just slowly lifting head first, walking hands back in, and then extending the legs straight out in front of you. So maybe bringing knees up towards the chest, sending the feet out to the front edge of your mat. Again, adjust yourself as needed, hands rested on thighs. We're going to make our way into a reclined position. As we inhale, float the arms up to shoulder height. Now chin moves to chest, and you may keep the arms out in front to increase your core action in the movement, or bring the hands down to the floor and use the forearms to help release yourself a little more steadily. And once the back of your body meets the mat, separate the feet a little bit, maybe out to the corner edges of the mat. Let the palms open and shoulders relax down. Find length through the back of your neck and make any adjustments you need to feel aligned here in this reclined position. If it's rocking the hips a little bit, twisting the head from left to right. And if it feels better to move the hands onto the body, you may. Perhaps both at heart, palm face down, or one hand at heart and the other at the navel. Deep breaths in, noticing navel rising and falling towards spine as you breathe out. If the eyes want to close, let them close. And then move in any props, if you have not already, that you know might make this more comfortable for you. And feel free to stay in this state of complete rest, to reflect on your practice, the energy that it moved. Again, your choice to stay here in this position for your closing breath, or roll onto your side, or use a reversal of that same position we used to come down here, to move back up into a seat, an easy seat. Let us take a deep breath in together through the nose. Open the mouth wide and sigh that out. Again, in through the nose. Open mouth and sigh. And one last time, in through your nose. Out through mouth. Returning the lips to closed. Moving your palms up in front of your heart. Extend gently from root to crown. As you breathe out, move chin down towards your chest in a bow. Down in towards the connections between your elements, the symbols that resonate with you the most, on your mat and off, and the flow that you had and the one that you met, that will keep channels clear for your life to flow in and without, with love and compassion. And then releasing and staying with your sense of rest, peace, and light. Thank you.